I feel like my hair with this hairstyle makes me look like a potato, but what can you do? Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to be doing a full face slash first impression slash review of Rare Beauty. So I'm going to be trying out all of the products. I actually have all of them on my skin and face and eyes right now. Before I even start, I just want to say already I love everything in this line. I love Selena Gomez, but that does not mean that I'm not going to be truthful about these products. I've tried a lot of products and I've never been this excited about a launch before. I feel like the makeup industry is so saturated with products and like just the same. Every other day there's like a new eyeshadow palette, but like the eyeshadows are like the same. I feel like with this launch, it was super exciting to me because they were just new products. They were new formulas. It was just very new, very fresh, and something that I felt like I had not tried before. After trying all of the products, I can honestly say I'm in love with everything. I also love everything that Rare Beauty stands for. I think that they're donating like $100 million or something like that, and they're donating all of it to mental health organization, which I think is so amazing because that is just something that is not talked about enough. Another thing that I thought was really cool as far as like the products, pretty much all of like the cream products like the foundation, concealer, blush, and the luminizer have like this little round ball. Basically that's made for people with arthritis. Selena has lupus, so she has really weak hands and she can't really open things. And so the packaging on these is meant for people who kind of have weak hands or shaky hands and can't really open products as easily. So that's what the packaging, that's why it looks that way. I mean, I love it aesthetically, but like the actual functionality of it is so amazing. And I just think that this is such an amazing brand, and I think she put so much time and effort into this brand. I know that celebrities, when they come out with makeup products, they get a bad rep because it's, I mean, and most of the time it's true because so many celebrities have come out with things that they just kind of slap their name on and they get all the money, and it's just like, okay, but like, did you actually do anything? But I feel like with this, I think she put so much time and effort and thought into everything, and I just love everything that it stands for. I love the products. I literally can't say any more good things about this whole brand. So anyways, let's get into this video. I'm sorry for this long intro. Let's get into me trying out Rare Beauty. Yeah, I basically have everything except for eyebrows. I don't have the primer. I think that's basically it as far as like the products goes. And then I don't have the sponge and then the brushes just because I just didn't really find a use for those. I was more excited for the actual products. I will also be doing a full swatch video for all of the lip souffles. I actually have 10 of them. She came out with 12. The video should already be up of me swatching all these guys. I will link it right up here. In this video, I'm only going to be using the Inspire shade because I'm kind of like recreating her campaign picture, which is this one right here. I've already prepped my skin with like moisturizers and all of that, so I'm gonna get right into the face products. So first off, I'm gonna use the foundation. So this is the Liquid Touch Weightless foundation. I went into the Sephora website and I basically just typed in like a foundation that I already had, and this is the shade that it told me to get, and this is the shade 230N. It's kind of like an olive tone kind of color. I love the packaging on all of these. It gives me kind of like a vintage, like simplistic vibe. I love the little, like, it almost looks like a little pearl up here. She basically made that for people with arthritis so that it could be super easy to open it. So the foundation basically has like a huge doe foot applicator, which I actually love. The only foundation that I have in my collection that has an applicator is the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. Other than that, all of my foundations mainly just have like a pump or something. But I actually really like the idea of a doe foot applicator. I know a lot of people, like some people don't, because it's like, oh well, you're spreading bacteria and then you're just putting it back into the tube. Isn't that what like concealer does? I don't know the debate with that because that's literally what you do with concealer. So it's like, how is that any different if it's just foundation? But anyway, I actually really like the doe foot applicator. It makes it really easy to spread around the product. I'm just going to use my Real Techniques sponge to blend that out. Blend it around my nose really well, and I have a lot of problems on my nose because my nose area tends to be like one of the driest. By the way, just for like reference, I have very dry skin. As far as like finish for this foundation, it seems to be very satin, like a satin finish. It doesn't seem too dewy, and then it's also not like completely mattifying. It's like somewhere in between, so satin. I'm just gonna put this in a couple more of my problem areas to see how it'll build up. I thought that because her whole line is kind of like very natural beauty kind of thing, which I think is amazing, I figured that the foundation would be almost kind of like a tinted moisturizer. Like I didn't expect much coverage, but it actually has a lot of coverage. So it's looking really good. It is creasing around my nose, but literally every single one of my foundations does that. So I kind of expect foundation to do that. I think I just have like a really deep crease in this. Like, I think my nose is like crooked, but like only on this side or something. Like maybe it's like more smushed to this side, because my foundations never crease on this side of my nose, but they always crease on this side. So like, I just have a really, I guess, asymmetrical face. I don't know. My skin right now looks like skin. It doesn't look like I even have makeup on, to be honest, but my skin just looks really even. It actually kind of filled in my pores, like definitely around my nose. I have a lot of pores around my nose, and my nose looks super blurred. I just realized I forgot to do my eyebrows, so I'm gonna quickly do that off camera and I'll be right back. I'm just gonna use the products that I always use for my eyebrows. I have a whole video for my eyebrows, so if you want to check that out, it'll be right here. She only came out with a eyebrow pencil, but I didn't get that product, but I have been hearing good things about it if you wanted to check it out. Okay, so eyebrows are done. They're looking a little intense, but you know, when do they know? Now I'm gonna go in with concealers. So I have the shade 190W. I went in for like a lighter concealer just because I want that brightened under eye. So she does have like a concealer that coordinates with the foundation. Like if you actually go into the Sephora store or on the website, it has like the foundation and then the concealer that matches the foundation, except even though the concealer is the exact same number shade as the foundation, the concealer is a little bit lighter, which is a good thing because it's especially made that way because you want something lighter for under the eyes. But I went for something even lighter because, I don't know, I just like a really brightening concealer. The only kind of difference between the foundation and the concealer as far as packaging goes is basically the foundation has like a ball, like a round little ball, and then this one has kind of like this, it reminds me of like a Mento or like an M&M. It's, you know, more flattened out. And as far as applicator goes, the applicator on the concealer is a lot more different. It's kind of has like this almost like rectangular kind of shape. It's almost kind of like pointy at the top right here, so you can really get right into your inner corner to kind of help get under this area. And then I'm just gonna blend it out. That blended out in 2 seconds. It's not like Tarte Shape Tape coverage, but it is brightening up and it is giving me a good amount of coverage. I don't think the point of this whole line is to be super full coverage. That blended out. I literally don't have any concealer that blends out that fast and that easily. I'm really liking that. And as far as like the foundation, still looking really good and very like skin-like. I'm not gonna set any of this just yet because basically most of her products are cream based, so I don't want to go in with powder and then go in on top with cream products. So I want to kind of work in with all the cream products before I go in with powder. The next couple of cream products I'm going to use is the blush and then the luminizer. First going to go in with the blush. I'm so excited about this. I heard that this certain color is kind of hard to find now. I don't know if that's really the case, but I heard that it was sold out. So this is the Soft Pinch blush. Dewy liquid blush in the shade Joy. If you guys watched the Vogue tutorial that Selena did, she said that this was her favorite color, and I love this color. This is the color that I picked up. It's kind of like this bright, peachy, corally color. And another thing that I do with these, and I haven't really heard anybody talk about this, is that I think the blushes are also a really good lip product. If you kind of do a couple of dots here and then you kind of do a little bit on the lips, it gives your lips a nice flush too that goes well with your cheeks. So just a little thing that I noticed. But yeah, this blush is super intense. The color is very intense and you definitely have to be careful. But just a couple dots is enough. Like literally that's enough, and you guys are gonna see how intense this blends out. And I do have to blend this out with a sponge. Normally I blend cream products with my fingers, but for some reason with this product it blends out a lot better with a sponge. And the sponge also kind of absorbs some of that excess product so that it doesn't look too, you know, clownish. It just gives you like such a healthy flush. For the longest time, I used to think that blush should have been applied here, like on the apples of your cheeks. But after watching TikTok, I've learned that it goes here and it kind of lifts your face. This blush is super buildable. I'm also gonna like put a tiny dot on my nose because I just like a good nose blush. Just gonna work whatever is left on my forehead because why not? So obviously if you were to blend this out with a brush, it would give you a lot more of an intense color because it's a very intense and pigmented blush. But I think if you want like a really nice soft wash of color, then go with a sponge. Okay, so the next product is the Positive Light Liquid Luminizer, and I have the shade Mesmerize. It's just like the most gorgeous, like pinky rose gold champagne mixture. It's so pretty, so I'm just gonna put this on. And I love the fact that this does not give you like glitter. It just looks so, oh my god, I absolutely love how well these products blend into each other. Like they just literally melt into each other. It just looks super like wet. It looks like a really pretty glow from within kind of glow. And then I'm gonna put some on my nose because, you know, just gotta have a nose highlight, you know? I think this is great makeup for like on the go, you know, for somebody that doesn't like to like sit down and do their makeup for 7 hours. I think this is like the perfect makeup products because they just blend so quickly. They look so good. Everything looks so natural on the skin. Nothing looks makeup-y or weird. Everything just kind of like melts into the skin. And that's what I think I love most about all of these products, is just how well they go with each other. So she didn't come out with any bronzers, so I'm just gonna use, I'm actually, just to kind of go with the whole cream theme, I'm just gonna use a cream bronzer. I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild Mega Glow makeup stick in the shade Contour. I'm just gonna kind of take my sponge and even out the creases. And I'm just picking up a little bit of powder and just setting my under eyes. And a little tiny bit on my smile lines. I really don't think that this is a foundation that needs to be set because it's very, I don't know, it's not super dewy, so it's not a foundation that's gonna really move around. So I'm not getting too carried away with that powder because I want to use this next. And I'm so excited that somebody came out with something like this because this is so original. Like, you just don't see people coming out with this type of product. This is the Blot and Glow touch-up kit. So it basically comes with like a puff. Let me hide the mirror. The mirror, by the way, is a really good size mirror. Like, you can actually see your face and how everything's looking. So if you've been out for a while, you can just pull this out, check how you're looking, and then you get this little puff, which is actually infused with powder. So you can just kind of like pat it all over the skin and it'll kind of even things out. On top of the little puff, you also get 100 blotting sheets. And if you do run out of either of these, you can go and get refills and just stick them back in this. So I love the idea of this. This is $26, which I think is pretty good. I mean, you do get like a whole puff with powder to touch up. You get this. So you basically don't ever need to like bring brushes and powders with you because everything is in here. Okay, so now that I have all of the skin products and the powders and everything on top of my skin, I'm gonna spritz on a little bit of this. So I'm really excited about this because I love me a nice spray that just kind of feels refreshing. So this is the Always an Optimist 4-in-1 mist. It says it's a glow boosting mist that hydrates, primes, sets, and refreshes skin. You can tell that there's like oil in this because it's like separating, so you do have to shake it well. I'm just gonna spray some of this. It smells like luxurious skincare, you know? It smells like a spa, like it has like this slight like eucalyptus kind of smell to it, and it's giving me a nice glow. It's not like the finest mist in the world, but it's a very... I just inhaled so much of that. It's not the finest mist in the world, but it's definitely, you know, a good mist. It's not gonna like spit at you. The next thing I'm gonna try is the Perfect Strokes eyeliner. This is what this eyeliner looks like. I love this. I've already tried it. So amazing. I love the packaging. It looks like a little pen. This has like a bunch of little bristles. It's a little thicker than most of my eyeliners, but it's actually really easy to use. This gives you the most intense black matte pigmented eyeliner. I'm not gonna put on any eyeshadow just because I'm kind of recreating her campaign picture, that one, which is like a very just natural, fresh kind of look with just a bright lip. So I'm just gonna add a little liner. Like a super fine tip, so you can really get into your inner corner. I love how that is. That was like one stroke. It's an even black dark matte line. Like, I think this is honestly probably my favorite eyeliner that I have ever tried. The little tip is super flexible, so you can really mold it to wherever you want it to go. It's really nice. Super pigmented, and it's waterproof, so it'll stay on your eyelids for a long time. She hasn't come out with a mascara yet, so I'm just gonna use my Thrive mascara. Okay, so I'm all done with the face, with the eyes. I'm sorry if you can hear people are mowing. Okay, so before I try out the lip souffle, I'm actually gonna go on with this. This is another product that she released. So this is the With Gratitude Dewy Lip Balm. So she has a few shades of these. I picked up the shade Praise, which is like a really natural kind of pinky nude color. It smells really good. It smells like roses mixed with like vanilla. It's really nice. And it feels super hydrating. I love that color. It's very natural. It's really pretty. It's kind of like a muted peachy coral, like very muted though. It's very natural. And the packaging of this is super unique. So it's kind of like, it has like a, you know, your regular rounded lipstick, but then it has a completely flat back, which is nice because you can just like set it on a table and it's not gonna like roll over. So now we get on to probably my favorite product out of the whole line. I love everything. I mean, I love the liquid luminizer, I love the blush, love the foundation, I love everything. I love how everything blends into the skin. I love how natural it looks. But I would say this product is my absolute favorite. So this is the Lip Souffle Matte Lip Cream, and she came out with 12 shades in total, and I have 10 of them, which I swatched all in this video. Today I'm gonna try out the shade Inspire. It's like the bright red, almost like a little orange. It's a beautiful color, but let me tell you, my favorite thing about this is the formula. I own so many lipsticks, like so many lipsticks. I have 2 drawers full of lipsticks. I am a lip connoisseur. I have like 30 red lipsticks that like differ like this much because I'm a psychopath. But my thing with lipsticks, especially liquid lipsticks, even with regular lipsticks, I hate the feeling of lipsticks. I hate it. Like, I hate it so much. Like, I'll put on lipstick and then I'll take it off like 30 minutes later because I just can't stand the feeling of like having something on my lips, which is so stupid because I have so many lipsticks, but I just can't stand feeling that, like, just that feeling of lipstick, like, especially when it comes to liquid lipsticks. so like that like dry, cracked, gross feeling. I also have like this horrible habit of like picking my lips. I'm like a nervous, anxious mess, so I'm constantly like picking at my lips, ripping out the skin of my lips. I know it's disgusting. When I tried this, I went and I got like all of the shades because I was that impressed. It gave my lips like this blurred effect. It completely blurs them. It's a matte liquid lipstick, but it somehow feels like a lip balm. It's super weightless. I think that's kind of like a theme with all of the products in this line, is like this kind of weightless feel. You know, you don't feel like you have 300 layers of crap on your face. And especially with this, I was so impressed with that formula. It gives your lips like this blurred effect. It makes them look like you have a filter, like a Snapchat, Instagram filter, super blurred. It also kind of makes them look more like full in a way because it kind of like blurs the lines, and it's just so amazing. It's super easy to apply. I wouldn't say that it's like transfer proof because it has that kind of, it's a little bit creamier than like your regular super matte lipstick, because those matte lipsticks, the reason why they don't transfer is because they're so dry and so drying. But this is matte and it looks matte, but it has this kind of creaminess to it. For me, it lasted like at least 6 hours. I didn't wear it longer than that, but for as long as I wore it, it lasted. And for me to say that I wore a lipstick for that long is like crazy, because I don't wear any lipstick that long, especially when I eat and drink. I have like this weird thing where I just cannot eat or drink anything when I have any sort of like, even lip balm. I just can't. I hate the feeling. I hope that she comes out with more shades in this formula because I will buy everything. I'm just gonna remove this lip balm and I'm gonna apply this. You also don't need a lip liner. I mean, you can use one, but I really don't feel like I need it. It's super easy to apply without a lip liner. So this is the shade Inspire. It's like a really bright red, just like super bright color. I love this color. It just feels like silk on the lips. It just glides. It's kind of like this pointed doe. Oh, I just got it on my hand. Okay, but it's kind of like pointed. It's like flat on each side. It's flat, but it's kind of has like this pointed tip, which makes it really easy to apply. My lips were so chapped and cracked and gross before this video because I was just picking at them and biting my lips. It was bad, but they literally look so smooth and like perfect right now because of this, I don't know, just like blurring property that this lipstick has. That was my full face of Rare Beauty. Everything looks so well. Again, the only, oh, I got lipstick on my nose. The only dryness that I have is right here on my nose, which I always get, I was expecting to get. That has nothing to do with the foundation. I just have a very creasy face. It's not sinking into my smile lines that much, which is crazy because all foundations sink into my smile lines because I just have like divots in my smile lines. Like I just smile like a crazy person. So like no wonder I have like holes right here. So foundations always tend to crease right there, but this is not. I think the reason why it's not completely sinking into my smile lines like most foundations will do, because it's like a super thin formula, so it's not too heavy to like sink into those lines, which is amazing. So it's like all I could ask for. And I mean, look at that glow, look at that blush. Everything in this whole collection is like my favorite. I love the lip souffle. The lip balm is amazing. The liquid luminizer is beautiful and they have many shades. The foundation is amazing. They have 48 shades of this foundation. That is amazing, especially for a new brand to come out with that many shades. Like, this is giving other brands a lesson because wow. As far as concealer, the really good thing about the concealer is that it blended out super well, and it did give me like a nice brightness under my eye. It is creasing pretty badly, So that's the only thing that I would watch out for, but maybe that was my fault. Maybe I didn't really set it too much. That is the end. I absolutely love how everything turned out. I'm obsessed with it. I think the skin looks amazing, the lips, the eyeliner, everything. I think everything looks so good. It looks so natural, so like fresh. I literally want to wear this makeup like every single day of my life. This is like my favorite brand, and I'm not even exaggerating. I have never been this excited and this impressed by products in a long time. So yeah, I love them. So thank you, Selena, for coming out with this bomb brand, and I can't wait for everything else that they launch. I'm gonna be right there picking everything up because I'm obsessed. But anyways, with all that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.